What if I told you that one single US state is larger than the United Kingdom? That another is bigger than Japan, a country with over 3 times its population? That the single largest state in America is bigger than Iran, bigger than Mongolia, and bigger than Texas, California, and Montana put together all at the same time? America doesn't just feel big on a map. In several individual states, it genuinely dwarfs entire nations most of us grew up thinking of as large countries in their own right. Today, we're lining up US states directly against real countries using real, verified land area, no rounding up, no exaggeration. Let's start with the closest calls, the ones that are almost exact ties. The United States covers roughly 9.8 million square kilometers, the third largest country on Earth. But that number hides something more interesting. Broken apart into 50 individual pieces, several of those pieces are still large enough on their own to outsize entire sovereign nations. Not tiny nations, either real, populous, historically significant countries. Here's exactly how the numbers stack up, starting with the near ties. Colorado and a country on the other side of the world. Colorado covers about 269,601 square kilometers. New Zealand, 2 main islands and roughly 600 smaller ones, sitting alone in the South Pacific, covers approximately 268,000 to 269,000 square kilometers, depending on exactly how the coastline is measured. These two places are, for all practical purposes, the same size, Colorado just a hair larger. One is a landlocked American state ringed by the Rocky Mountains. The other is an island nation surrounded entirely by ocean. Almost identical on paper, nothing alike on the ground. The state that outsizes an entire kingdom. Oregon covers roughly 254,799 square kilometers. The entire United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland combined, covers about 244,000 square kilometers. Oregon is larger, not by a small margin, either enough that you could fit the Isle of Wight and then some into the difference. And where the UK is home to around 68 million people, Oregon's population sits at roughly 4 million. A single American state, physically bigger than an entire kingdom, with a fraction of the people inside it. Bigger than an African nation of 45 million. Wyoming, the least populated state in America at around 580,000 people, covers roughly 253,335 square kilometers. Uganda, home to an estimated 45 million people, covers about 241,038 square kilometers. Wyoming is physically the larger territory, despite having less than 2% of Uganda's population living inside it. It's one of the starkest population contrasts on this entire list. Nearly identical land, worlds apart in how many people actually call it home. The state that's mostly water and still beats a European nation. Michigan's total area, factoring in the enormous stretches of the Great Lakes within its borders, comes to roughly 250,487 square kilometers, making it larger than Romania, which covers about 238,298 square kilometers. It's worth noting the catch here. Strip away the water and Michigan's dry land alone is closer to 146,000 square kilometers. But by the same total area rule, every country on Earth is measured by land plus inland water. Michigan genuinely outsizes an entire Eastern European nation of roughly 19 million people. Bigger than the country named for the equator. Nevada covers approximately 286,380 square kilometers. Ecuador, the South American nation literally named for the equator running through it, covers about 283,561 square kilometers. Nevada, best known for a single stretch of casinos in the desert, is physically larger than an entire country spanning the Andes, the Amazon, and the Galapagos Islands, a nation home to more than 5 times Nevada's population. The margin so thin it's basically a coin flip. New Mexico covers roughly 314,917 square kilometers. Poland, a nation of nearly 38 million people, with a history stretching back over 1,000 years, covers about 312,679 square kilometers. The gap between them is under 1%. New Mexico, one of America's least densely populated states, is, by the thinnest of margins, physically larger than the sixth most populous country in the European Union. Almost exactly the size of Italy. Arizona covers about 295,234 square kilometers. Italy, from the Alps in the north to Sicily in the south, covers roughly 301,958 square kilometers. Here, Italy edges it out by a margin of just over 2%. Close enough that Arizona is routinely described as almost exactly the size of Italy. A genuinely fair comparison, even if, on this particular measurement, Italy keeps the title by a whisker. Bigger than the country with the world's third largest economy. California covers approximately 423,967 square kilometers. Japan, despite being home to roughly 124 million people, more than 3 times California's population, covers about 377,974 square kilometers. California is larger. It's also bigger than Germany, at roughly 357,581 square kilometers. 2 of the world's largest economies, both physically smaller than a single American state. Wait, a second state beats Japan too. Here's the one that catches people off guard. It's not just California. Montana, with a population of roughly 1.1 million, smaller than a single Tokyo neighborhood, covers approximately 380,831 square kilometers. That's larger than Japan too, by a slim but genuine margin. 2 separate American states on their own, individually larger than one of the most powerful, densely populated nations on Earth. Bigger than France. Bigger than Ukraine. Texas covers roughly 695,662 square kilometers, nearly double the next largest state in the contiguous U.S. France, even counting its overseas territories, covers about 643,801 square kilometers. Ukraine, Europe's largest fully in Europe nation, covers approximately 603,549 square kilometers. Texas is bigger than both of them. On its own, Texas would rank among the 40 largest countries on Earth, ahead of most nations most people could actually name. Bigger than Iran. Bigger than Mongolia. Alaska covers approximately 1,723,337 square kilometers. Iran, the 17th largest country on the planet, covers about 1,648,195 square kilometers. Mongolia, the largest landlocked nation on Earth, covers roughly 1,564,116 square kilometers. Alaska beats them both. A single U.S. state is larger than 2 entire countries that themselves rank among the biggest nations in the world. Bigger than 3 other huge states combined. And here's the number that ends the argument entirely. Texas, California, and Montana, 3 of the largest states in the country, 3 states we've just spent this entire video comparing to actual nations, added together come to roughly 1,500,460 square kilometers. Alaska, on its own, is still bigger than all 3 of them combined. 1 state, larger than the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th largest states in America put together at the same time. 12 comparisons. 12 moments where a single American state stopped being just a state and started looking like a country in its own right. Some of these were razor-thin margins so small they're really just ties. Others weren't close at all. Alaska alone could swallow Iran, Mongolia, and still have room left over. And somewhere in the middle of all this, the real takeaway isn't really about America being big. It's about how differently we picture size, until we actually put the numbers side by side. If one of these comparisons genuinely surprised you, tell us which one in the comments. And if your own state or country showed up on this list, we want to hear what it's actually like living somewhere that big or that small.